We are outside, we're still outside the hall where the funeral proceedings of Joyce Ngomane, 43-year-old Joyce Ngomane, who was brutally murdered on Tuesday evening, is still taking place, but they are about to conclude the service. And just to take us through as to some of the speeches, or rather briefly just to wrap up as the family, how they feel, what actually transpired, because also on the social media, there's also been a lot of reports that the family has been lambasting on, condemning, telling the public to refrain from, but to just hear more and actually understand the kind of person that Joyce was. We will welcome Tabile Ngomane, who is the niece to Joyce, the late Joyce Ngomane. I can imagine it must be hard, or rather so unreal, for you to say, oh, the late Joyce Ngomane, the kind of person that she was.
She was a very loving person. Words can't even describe it, but she was definitely someone who loved her family, loved her nieces and nephews, and generally had a good heart. So it really is very difficult, to lose someone like that. Yeah.
Says Tabile, please talk to me. You were one of the speakers on the podium. You were actually the person who actually read out a message. She leaves behind 3 children. And we are also told that when she passed on, or rather when this brutal murder took place, the 9-year-old son actually witnessed what happened and everything. Please actually confirm for us if that is true, if he did witness, and actually how the kids are feeling, because with the moving tribute that you gave.
Definitely, again, I would say it's very difficult, but yes, he did see everything. However, it is a difficult time for the children, but with the support and love of family and us as well, they are slowly, understanding the situation. It's not an easy one to welcome, to accept everything, but they are slowly, moving into that space and the reality of, their mother not being around. So even when we spoke, reading their heartfelt speeches, it was very evident that they had so much love for their mother and admiration. Definitely it will take time, like I said, but they are getting there. But with the support of the family, they will be okay. It's not easy, but they will be okay.
This might be quite difficult, but did she ever, because from what I understand, you guys had a very close relationship, did she ever confide in you with regards to the abuse that took place in the marriage?
With a relationship like ours, not everything was necessarily confided, but she spoke, on a very heartfelt level, encouraging me to always be someone that, when it comes to such matters, she would always advocate, for me to be very sober-minded, for me to just, be open. So that's the kind of relationship we had. So I wouldn't say necessarily that there was a lot of, speaking about it, but more than everything, just to encourage me, just to be very sober-minded and be mindful, on certain life situations.
You spoke at length about how you had to go on the socials, write a statement. What actually was happening? What messages were out there that the family felt it was necessary to write a statement and clear out? What is it that was out there? What is it that actually you wanted to clear out?
Basically, as the family had spoken in the beginning of the service, I think just on my side, when like a generation like mine, we're very mindful of social media. So we just wanted to make sure that, the correct information is out on social media and not misconceptions, but rather, as my uncle has spoken on behalf of the family, that if there's anything that anyone wants to know, rather, confide with the family and get the facts, and then rather write the truth. But above anything else, I think the family has spoken at large, and it's very clear that in such a matter, which is such a sensitive time, let's keep to the facts and let's just be mindful, because obviously there are children in the process that are also involved.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
There you have it in a handful, quite a sober moment it is here, but we also can confirm that the accused, who is the partner, or rather the husband to the late Grace Ngomane, is expected to appear before the Tonga Magistrate Court on Tuesday for him to appoint a legal representative going forward.